Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another Etheria Restart video, and take a look at this brand new shells in the Grim Pursuit. And yeah, actually I was farming my shells, as you can see in the background, but no, stop right now. Okay, just absolutely stop, because new ones are coming and I'm gonna be saving stamina so I have some extra to farm these when they drop. Let's take a look at what is coming up. Now, we already know which boss we are going to get, and that is the Carrion Crows Khloros. My goodness, this looks absolutely crazy. The boss design on this is insane. Of course, this is the alternative version of Khloros, similar to Hoyan, right? The boss Hoyan version. So yeah, this is insane. I mean, this looks very strong. Is he gonna be essentially the most challenging boss we have ever beaten? Hopefully we can beat it, and this is gonna make Wrangle feel like Nico Nana. But yes, these are the shells, so let's take a look and also give my predictions on what they do. First of all, we've got Reaper Steps, Ouroboros, Sword 7, and Tiger Ying. Now, usually if you check out in-game, right, we've got a few of these shells that are just essentially upgrades of the previous shells. So if we take a look at the some of the old ones, increased healing result and increased turn meter, there are kind of weaker versions of what we have. You know, reducing CD, Star is essentially a weaker version of Halloween, and before the owner takes action, this is essentially a weaker version of Supernova, right? And this debuff cleansing is Alicorn, the weaker version of Alicorn. So what do we have that is actually not available? Brutal Panda, we already have the upgrade, which is Wi-Fi. Increasing attack, this is Count, a weaker version of Count. And this is Dark Moon, right? The White Gale is Dark Moon. So what do we actually not have that's upgraded? Well, Black Flag, the upgrade version is Jackal. Diamond Heart Artisan upgrades that, but Twilight Knight, I don't know if you guys remember, Twilight Knight, we don't have a legendary or the red shell version of it, because this was super strong in the mid game. It deals single target damage to the lowest HP unit and then reducing their defense by 50%. So some of these single target characters paired up with Twilight does insane amounts of single target damage. I can't imagine Lillian with this, and S3 just kills pretty much anything in the game, right? So if we get an SSR version and it goes from 50 to 70%, this would be an insane shell, and I think this perfectly matches with Sword 7. Okay, Sword 7 does look like the one that would give that. So I'm curious to see if that is going to be what we are going to have. Now, if you have any suggestions or recommendations or guesses on what these might be, let me know. Now, taking a look at this is Gigabyte, right? This is Gigabyte, weaker version of Gigabyte. This is Supernova, and this is the weaker version of what was Count. And Blizzard, reducing this is Halloween. Okay, so these we've already covered, and then I think we talked about these already. So the shell of the B is gonna become Sword V, and then the rest we see are essentially Infernal shells. So Reaper Steps, Ouroboros, and Tiger Ying, and hey, it could be Sword 7, are going to be completely brand new, and this update is coming in 2 days. You have to be level 100 to unlock this, okay? So this is probably the hardest content that we have, since you only unlock this at the max account level, which is level 100. And we talked about briefly, I think Sword, of course, is going to be a very offensive shell. And as we know from the two characters that got released, Cleave and CC are for sure going to be stronger. So I wonder if we will get any defensive mechanisms in these, so that the CC as well as the Cleave teams don't just take over. Reaper Steps, it sounds like something with the ability to prevent enemies from reviving, potentially, because Ouroboros reminds me of revive mechanics, right? Ouroboros, the story or not. So maybe you release Reaper Steps to counter Ouroboros to prevent revives. Maybe that is a thing. I don't know. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments or what you want to see. Some cleanse or something that gives you the ability to cleanse while it's not your turn would be really good against CC, and so far we do have some options against Cleave at the moment, so it really depends on how they want to shift the meta. But for the brand new shells, if they're all viable as well, is a really good addition to the meta, along with the release of the 2 new characters, right? We also have Targeting as well. His, I don't know why, but his art style just looks a bit different from the other 3, or the shells in general. Maybe because I guess his head is actually relatively decent size in comparison to the shells where their heads are huge, right? But Targeting looks like a healer shell. Alright, looks like a support healer shell. Yeah, hard to guess what they do. Personally, I want something that can, you know, allow, I mean, Gigabyte already cuts, but something that allows the slower units to move if they get CC'd or something, because yeah, playing against CC when you get controlled completely and no way of killing the game is not a great feeling, and there's no diminishing return, so you can absolutely perma CC someone. So that is hopefully going to be the case in bring variety in terms of content, as well as team compositions and ways to build the characters with these brand new shells. So let me know your thoughts, what you think the effects are going to be, and once again, it's TimaeuSS here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye now.